When the results were actually announced, by that time we had a pretty good sense that we were going to win. My mother-in-law, who grew up on the south side of Chicago, worked as a secretary, working class, had worked all her life to allow Michelle and her brother to go to some of the best schools in the country. She was sitting on the couch, and I could tell she just seemed like it wasn't clear how all this had happened. And I sat next to her, and I grabbed her hand, and we held hands just as it was announced that the projections were I was going to win. And I said, how are you feeling? And they said, well, it's just a little overwhelming, isn't it? And you thought about what this must be like for her, even more than for me or Michelle. As somebody who grew up in a deeply segregated Chicago, who, despite her talents or her husband's talents or the experiences of her father and grandparents, there were always barriers, there were always limits to what they could achieve. For her to see this moment where suddenly, even if not all problems were solved and not all issues of discrimination and legacies of slavery and Jim Crow had suddenly vanished the way I think some people naively projected. What was true for her was that something she might not have ever imagined possible had happened, and her daughter was going to be the next First Lady of the United States. Seeing it through her eyes, I think, was made it a little more special.